This is Dean Barker with the RCBL. I'm here with Chris Huffman and Corbin Lucas of the Bridgewater Reds after a 5-0 win over the RCBL Shockers to take the first half title. I'm here with Coach Sherfy. Coach, you were able to come out here and hold them to. You're the first team to shut out the Shockers this year. How were you able to do it?
I'm still getting over that interview. Don't talk to me.
All right. Corbin, you were able to take two or three of those balls you took out. You were able to almost hit to the wall, but you weren't able to get it done. 7th inning, you come up, I guess you hit the weight room in between innings, and you were able to hit a bomb to left field. We talked to Coach Jones. He says hardly anybody ever hits home runs here. You were able to get it done. How were you able to do it?
I don't know who Coach Jones is, but shout out to him.
Spotswood's head coach.
Oh, so
He was here at the game
Oh,
tonight.
okay, I know Marcus. He's a good guy. I think the one I hit the center field, there was no wind. It seemed like there was wind for everyone else, so I'm going to take that one up with the storm. And that last one, I told myself I was just going to back off the plate. I was already 0 for 3 or 0 for 4, so screw it. What I had to lose, I'm just going to swing out of my shoes. And I got one up in the air. The wind didn't hurt it or help it, and it was enough to get out.
Chris Huffman, as I said to incognito Coach Sherfy earlier, no one has shut out the Shockers yet this year. You were able to come out and do it. 11 strikeouts, 8 innings. What was the key for you to get your team the first half title?
I think definitely firing it on all cylinders. We went about a week without playing a game, so anytime you have that big of a break in between games, it's a little bit harder to get ready for a game. But I feel like we did a good job. Played really good defense. Corbin made a couple great plays out there for me. Brett called a great game behind the plate. Just worked on getting ahead and putting hitters away when I had the chance to. Big thing, keeping them off the bags and limiting my walks. They do have a couple speedy guys there that can take bags whenever they want to.
So this one's for both of you. Coming into tonight's game, it was a whooping for the Shockers the first time you played them, and it was a whooping for you guys the second time. While the final score was 5-0, it seemed like this game was much more competitive. Since you'd seen them a little bit, how do you think that impacted your performance tonight?
Yeah, so I think tonight they threw a combination of arms we hadn't seen yet. Whereas they pretty much know when they're going to get us at our best, they're going to get Derek or Chris. So I think it's easier for them to game plan, but at the same time it's a lot harder because we're throwing legit arms at them. They have some good arms, it's just guys we hadn't faced. So for us, I think that was why it took us a few times through the lineup to try to, take some longer at-bats. We struggled with the umpire in his zone. I actually thought he had a pretty good zone tonight for the most part. But for us, yeah, it took us a while to get some guys on base, but once we did, we had some key hits, not as many as we want, but just enough key hits to get a big enough lead, which is 1 run or 2 runs with Derek or Chris on the mound. So,
Yeah, I think. Can you repeat the question again?
This was the most competitive of the 3 times you played them. What made tonight different, and how were you able to hold them off?
Yeah, I think anytime you play a team multiple times throughout the season, like we do in this,
especially
league,
with I think it was 3 times within 2 weeks.
Yeah, it definitely makes things more competitive. The margin for error is not really there either because you've seen each other a couple times. But yeah, you just got to come out, play your game, try not to worry about stuff like that, control things that you can control. And I feel like we did a really good job of that tonight.
So you finished the first half, I believe, 12-4, if I'm not mistaken. 12-5, sorry. But you won the first half championship. You finished going into the All-Star break. You're in first place. How do you guys feel about your team right now?
yeah, so I think we're in a really good spot right now. We have our pitching staff, I think, where we want. We kind of have all of our guys here on a more consistent basis. Early in the season for us, year after year, we have a problem with guys and vacations and how they line up. But we have a good group of guys now. We pretty much know what our line's going to be every day. We missed Noah and Liam tonight a lot, but once we have those guys back, I do think we have as good a defense as anyone. We have the best arms, and I think we can hit with anyone. So that's going to be tough to beat moving down the stretch.
Yeah, I think it's important just staying ahead of everybody and just, taking care of stuff off the field as well as on the field. Our pregame routine, our team chemistry is only going to get better the more we play games together. So I think it's going to help us out in the long run.
So there you've got it from the first half champs, Bridgewater Reds. We'll see you next time.